In South Africa, we've got a lot of top scuba diving sites: Mabiba, Sodwana, Aliwal, Protea Banks, False Bay, and as a hobby in general, it's growing in this country. I know personally a lot of people that have taken it up over the last kind of year or two. And so, as what we thought we would do is we would look for kind of destinations outside of South Africa, and we started doing some research just to find where is the place the South African divers should consider going. And there's one place that kept coming up kind of time and time again, and mainly because CNN ranked one of their dive spots the best in the world, CNN Travel. It's Sipadan Island in Malaysia. And in order to talk to us about this, we've got Jamil Karim, who's the marketing manager for Tourism Malaysia, in studio. And Mazaidi, am I saying that right? Mazaidi Mazalan, who's the director of Tourism Malaysia. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, we were just talking off air and we're saying, like, this is increasingly becoming something you guys find yourself talking about, is diving in Malaysia. Obviously, the kind of profile of some of your dive spots is helping. Is it deserved? Do you think Malaysia should be?
Yeah, Malaysia actually, it turns out to surprise a lot of people. Not many people really think of Malaysia as the first destination when they do diving, unless they hear it from someone or they actually see the visuals on TV or YouTube and things like that.
Right.
But what Malaysia has to offer in terms of marine diversity, eco-tourism and things is what's drawing the people, especially South African public and Southern African public, towards Malaysia for diving. Now, if you look at the types of species, the amount of species of fish we've got, the loggerhead turtles, which are 2.2 meters long,
Right.
Hammerhead sharks in layang, and things like that. If you just look at the diversity of the type of species of fish and coral as well, then you realize what makes Malaysian dive destinations amongst the best in the world. The visibility as well is excellent. It's once people go there, it's they definitely keep going back. I know a few South Africans already that's been there in 2012, that went again in 2013,
Oh,
and in
right.
2014 already.
Oh,
So they
right.
keep on going back there again and again and again because of they always see different things when they go there, and things that they don't normally expect to see when diving. For example, if you're looking at hammerhead sharks or turtles and things like that, it's different when you going to Malaysia because of the setting. Now, when I say setting, I mean coral reefs. We've got a lot of coral reefs, Sodwana, Aliwal, and things like that. But if you're going to Malaysia, you've got a lot of reef wall dives.
Right.
You've got reef walls. It's a 600-meter drop, so basically, if you're looking down, it's just pitch black. You're looking up, it's blue waters.
This probably sounds like a dream to somebody who actually does diving, but to me that sounds terrifying.
Yeah. It's actually lovely. I think Mazaidi can tell you a bit more about Sipadan as well.
Right. Well, one of the things that you mentioned there was visibility, and I mean, I was reading sort of 30 to 40 meter visibility is not uncommon. And I recently did a cage dive here in South Africa, the kind of shark cage diving thing, and the visibility was 5, maybe 6 meters. So 30 to 40 sounds, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, actually, when the visibility is like 5-6 meters, you can actually hear the sound, ding.
That's
ding,
right.
yeah, because you don't know when it's gonna come to you.
That's
So,
right, yeah.
But if you're looking at Malaysia, 30 meters.
Well, we're showing a video at the moment from Sipadan. If you're actually watching on the visuals, and it gives you a kind of a rough idea of what the visibility is like, because you can genuinely see it on the video. But yeah, so Sipadan was number one. Mainly, it said because it described the fish streaming along there like traffic, as if New Delhi's been kind of teleported underwater, and they said that one of the big things there is barracuda.
Yeah,
Apparently.
schools of barracuda.
Yeah.
And that's guaranteed if you dive in Sipadan.
Okay.
And I was speaking to one of my friends back home in Malaysia, who's he's been to Sipadan before I've been there. So he said, when you dive in Sipadan, anywhere you look, it's just fish. It's fish everywhere.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's just like you said, it's like traffic, just fishes everywhere.
All right. So how easy is it to get there, though? I mean, is it a difficult thing? Is it an out of the way destination?
Well, if you're looking at Malaysia Airlines pulled out 2 years ago
Right.
from South Africa, but they didn't stop travelers going to Malaysia. Your fastest way to get to Malaysia is with Singapore Airlines.
Okay.
A lot of people use Singapore Airlines. From there, they can fly into Sabah, which is rated actually the best part of Borneo Island, Sabah, into Kota Kinabalu. And then from there you take another flight to Tawau, which is around 40 minutes or so. So accessibility will take you about at least 20 hours
Right.
from South Africa to get there. But obviously once you're there and you're relaxed and things, the wait is definitely worth it.
So it's an out of the way kind of destination.
Yes, it is out of the way, but like all good things in life, it's
Probably worth it,
worth
exactly, yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other venue that I wanted to hear about was Layang. Apparently, it's slightly more upmarket kind of a venue if you're going somewhere looking for something a bit exclusive.
Yeah, Layang, actually you got to fly into Kota Kinabalu.
Okay.
And then from there you got to take a private flight, which is around 40 minutes to Layang, which is in the South China Sea. It's actually an atoll.
Okay.
It's got a landing strip there as well. And actually, it's one of the places where you see a lot of hammerhead sharks
Okay.
trafficking around there. So it's actually lovely.
So it's one of those bucket list kind of
One of
places
those
to
bucket
go
list
and
places.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm assuming that people, if they don't want to go, 20 hours is quite a distance to go just for a weekend of diving or a week of diving. There must be other stuff that people can tag on. What are the easiest things to sort of tag on to a scuba trip in Malaysia?
Okay, Malaysia's got a variety of things to look at. If you're looking at Peninsula Malaysia itself, you've got the island of Langkawi, which has Pulau Paya. You can do diving there. The other thing that's nice about Peninsula Malaysia and Borneo side of Malaysia is most of our dive sites also cater for families, so you can do snorkeling there as well.
Okay.
So you've got like normal chalets. Your kids can do maybe if you're going to places like Tioman, for example, or Borneo, you can most probably go jungle trekking and things the one day. The next day you can do diving, and then while you're doing diving, your kids and your wife, whoever, can do snorkeling and things on the island. So there's when you're doing your snorkeling, there's still a wide variety of species of fish you can see, corals, and everything is in a controlled environment, so you get your life jackets and your gear. And another thing is, if you're getting gear from Malaysia, I noticed a lot of other countries in Southeast Asia charge you to hire gear when you're doing your diving.
Right.
Malaysia doesn't do that. When you pay for your snorkeling or whatever, you get that as standard.
Right.
And then the other thing is, the gear that they give you in Malaysia as well to hire out is excellent quality.
Okay, well there you are. So that sounds like pretty much everything. And then you can stop on the way, I'd assume, in the capital, in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, you can stop in Kuala Lumpur and you can do your shopping, sightseeing. But there are some people that I spoke to before that, for example, like the wife and kids, they stay in Kuala Lumpur for the whole
Right.
duration, and the husband go diving, let's say about 3-4 days, and come back and meet the family.
Right,
And
okay.
so everybody has fun.
Okay, so it's relatively easy to get around
It is.
Malaysia. Okay. All right, well, thank you very much for coming in, guys. Jamil, Karim, and Mazaidi. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. How do people get hold of you if they've got any extra questions?
Well, there is our website, www.tourism.gov.my. They can go on there and our office details are there. Otherwise, they can always contact us on 011-2680-292, and then we can take their questions from there. And yeah,
So it's tourism.gov.my.
that MY. Yes.
And are you on Twitter or Facebook or any of these kind of...
We do have a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Once they give us the details, we can link them up with that as well.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in, guys. It sounds absolutely unbelievable, to be honest.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm now keen to take up diving.